So hello everyone. So we are back with the day 19 session, which is for the political and administration system of Assam and even comprising the economy of Assam. So we'll be going to discuss about the test 5.3 with respective to your model answers. From the morning there has been various queries about sharing the model answers. So today whatever we are discussing, the PDF will be shared to you after the discussion. Okay, so please do not be in a hurry. First try to attempt the questions and then go for model answers instead of only directly relying on the model answers. Okay, so please follow this particular discussion and then try to go ahead with the model answers. That will directly help you much more as compared to even looking directly the question as well as the model answers. Okay, chalo start with. The first topic directly says about evaluate the attributes and benefits of Assam Mukhyamantri Swaniyojan Yojana. So it is directly focusing on a scheme which has been laid down under the government of Assam. So you can see that the very first introduction of this topic is say that unemployment in Assam leads to poverty, crime and exploitation of labor. So the government has launched various schemes to reduce unemployment in India, including the Assam Mukhyamantri Swaniyojan Yojana, which provides funds to new entrepreneurs in Assam. So this scheme is basically dedicated to the entrepreneurs in Assam who is focused in going for some of the entrepreneurship practices in the coming times. Okay, so therefore under this scheme, the Assam government will provide a fund of rupees 2 lakhs to new entrepreneurs or existing small scale industries. So yate a 2 lakhs to बहुत important हो जाए. Okay, then the government is trying their best to support small entrepreneurs so that they can expand their business and generate employment for the unemployed candidates. Okay, so this is basically for the people to tackle every form of unemployment which is happening today in our society, basically in our state. Okay, so unemployment बहुत बेसी है, तो ये कारण आमी entrepreneurship skills आमी याते develop करे बोले government याते this particular scheme आमी याते start कराइसे. Okay, so therefore you can see this is one of the basic static questions which is directly in relation to your schemes. So the SSI, that is a small scale industries, will be encouraged under the scheme, or new startups are welcome to apply for the scheme. Government will provide support to rupees 1 lakh beneficiaries and more self-employment will be generated in the state. So this scheme will help increase the economic growth of the state along with the rise in entrepreneurs and new startups in the state. So lastly, young entrepreneurs will get Assam opportunity to showcase their talent and they can become job creator. So hodai amar Mukhyamantri koi asile that you should not become a job demander rather than you being a job creator. Okay, so you should not directly expect for a job. To be job seeker hobo na lage. Okay, to be precise, more of word to more of confused lagi gosile. So ite ulai aise job seeker. So instead of being the job seeker, you should be job creator so that you can employ another 10 to 15. So এই বস্তুটো হ'ব লাগে তো এই বস্তুটো হলেহে অসমখন লাহে লাহে ডেভেলপ হ'ব ধৰিব instead of directly focusing on even being a job seeker. Okay, so ইয়াত হেতু কথা আছে. So therefore the Assam Mukhyamantri Swaniyojan Yojana will eventually boost self employment in the Assam state. So এইটো আমাৰ directly scheme related question হৈ যায় and it's a direct static question. চলো coming to the second question. Outline the district administration in Assam. Ekdom easy question, simple question. Just outline koribo dise, mainly tumalok draw koribo dise. Okay, yet basically iman ami eku nuhumalo hoy jay. Okay, we do not need to enhance a good number of writings. Yate bas iman khini bostu amar ase. So you should know about the district administration of Assam, or even we can see about the administration of Assam. So yate district administration of Assam bole enke draw kori lola. Okay, so ame kekhon district ase, 31 khon district ase, 5 ta division ase, district administration ইয়াত আছে. Okay, আৰু এটো village administration. Okay, so ইয়াতে 31 districts of first কি আহিব head deputy district commissioner. Okay, ইয়াৰ তলত কি থাকে additional DC, ADC থাকে, SDO থাকে, circle officer থাকে, assistant commissioner থাকে আৰু মৌজাদাৰ থাকে. Okay, so তাৰ লগত মৌজাদাৰ লগত this is directly elected, revenue circles থাকে আৰু ইয়াতে extension team থাকে. তাৰপিছত SP থাকে. Okay, then ইয়াতে east district নিজৰ own police force থাকে. Then district rural development agency DRDA tat ejon 219 community development blocks thake ta. So every block the main kam card hoy district development commissioner DDC boli ko ami. Okay, tapsot 5 division of office in charge commissioner thake. Okay, tapsot district administration ki thake revenue thake, administration thake, ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট ডেভেলপমেণ্ট থাকে আৰু মেইনটেনেন্স অফ ল এণ্ড অৰ্ডাৰ থাকে তাৰপিছত ভিলেজত গাঁওবুঢ়া হু ইজ দ্য হেড পঞ্চায়ত থাকে আৰু ৰুৰেল ডেভেলপমেণ্ট ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট থাকে সো ইয়াতে 21 জিলা পৰিষদ থাকে 189 আঞ্চলিক পঞ্চায়ত আৰু 2200 গ্ৰাম পঞ্চায়ত সো এখন যদি আঁকি দিয়া প্লিজ ৰিমেম্বাৰ ভেৰি ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট এখন যদি আঁকি দিয়া I can say that you are directly getting the 10 marks if you are very much perfect with this ঠিক আছে so this is one of the core aspect how you should directly outline the district administration in Assam okay chalo moving on to the next what is GSDP state the GSDP of Assam for 22-23 at current prices also mention the per capita income of Assam in the fiscal year 2022-23 okay so GSDP মানে কি বুঝো আমি gross state domestic product okay তো আমি ইন্ডিয়ান কনটেক্সটত এটা আমি কি কৈ আছো GDP কৈ আছো আৰু স্টেটৰ কনটেক্সটত GSDP so it's the measure in monetary terms the sum total volume of all finished goods so finished goods বুলি আমি ইভেন যদি কও for the country it is GDP and for the state it is the GSDP and services produced during a given period of time usually a year within the geographical boundaries of the respective state okay accounted without duplication so hetu ami ki koisu GSDP boli koi asu significance ki hoy jay GSDP or state income is the most important indicator for measuring the economic growth of the state আজি আহম খন আমাৰ কিমান গ্ৰো হৈ আছে এটো আমি কেনেকৈ গম পাই আছো এটো আমি গম পাই আছো থ্ৰু দা GSDP so GSDP is one of the main criteria which is directly defining that in which way Assam is basically seeking its importance okay তাৰপিছত আমাৰ কি আহি আছে this estimate of the economy over a period of time reveals the extent and direction of the changes in the levels of economic development the state domestic product is classified under three broad sectors kiki we all know primary sector first secondary sector and lastly tertiary sector and is compiled economic activity wise as per the methodology prescribed by the National Accounts Division National Statistical Office Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation Government of India so tar andarat amar yate classification hoy ase about various number of statistics and various number of affairs which we are categorizing under this respective elements so in 2022-23 Assam's GSDP at constant prices very important is estimated to grow by around 10.2% very important over the previous year and in comparison India's GDP is estimated to grow by 7% in 2022-23 egita data bahut important so yate amar GSDP kiman grow koribo boli koise 10.2% okay as compared to the previous financial year mane 21-22 so yate but GDP is directly going with 7% as of now which is predicted okay so etia amar ekini bostu important hoy jay that is the gross state domestic product of Assam for this at current prices is projected to be around how much it is around 4,81,657 crore okay and this is an increase of 11% over the revised estimate of GSDP for Iman কিমান হয় 4,33,925 তো এতিয়া আমি কিমান কৰি আছো এতিয়া আমি আছো 4,81,000 and this is basically an estimate of increase of around 10.2% okay so therefore we can say that the GSDP is estimated to grow at Iman over the previous year and Assam's per capita income is estimated to be Iman rupees 1,18,504 which is an increase of 15% over the last financial year okay so a data bilak jiman khini disu a data bilak please monot rakhiba I can say that these data are very important once you are directly seeing or studying about the economy of Assam thik ase chalo coming to the next question discuss the role of Assam mala okay or you can directly say eto ahom nokoi pela ami ahom buli ko Assam nokoi pela ahom mala buli ko okay so eto ni likhiba ahom mala project in improving the transportation and communication system in Assam okay so ahom mala kotha koise so therefore just discuss about what is ahom mala thik ase ahom mala ki hoy ami jodi hetu discuss kori diu so the prime minister launched a new infrastructure scheme for the state of Assam named Ahom Mala scheme on February 7 2021 very important date okay then our code korisile in Dhekiajuli of Sonitpur district of Assam importantly okay jega to our date to nam rakha to mon rakha to important hoy so the Ahom Mala project is in line with the Bharat Mala project PM of India expressed hope that this will fulfill the dreams of the state to have a network of broad roads and connectivity for all villages and modern cities. So yate only enekwa nohoy je ami highways of concentrate korim. No. Here even the rural roads are included, district roads are included, state highways are included, and even which is the connection directly leading to national highways are also included. Okay, so good evening kumai ase. So the main objective of the scheme is to strengthen the road transport. Hetu ami gom palo. Scheme will improve linkage of the state highways and district roads, jitu moi kolo, and it tends to connect villages to the cities in the state, jitu moi kolo. The village, district, state, or even the national highways will all be connected. So the continuous data collection of the linkages of roads and highways are there. An estimate output of the scheme is rupees 8,210 crore. Very, very important data. 8,210 crore. It will generate new employment opportunities in the state, and the scheme will improve the overall infrastructure in the long run, which will thereby lead to economic growth. Very important. ঠিক আছে? তো যিমানে আমাৰ ৰাস্তা ভাল হ'ব, কিমানে আমাৰ কি হ'ব? Economic activities বাঢ়িব. Okay. And Assam is slowly turning out to be a city which will have every form of infrastructure or as well as every form of IT revolution that we are today seeing on the other cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Assam Budget. Manilu 4-5 বছৰ ভিতৰত these things will directly come into prominence. So obviously Assam is also thinking about various number of investments coming in from the outside world. So এইবিলাকো কৰিব গৈ আছো. So all these things will directly come under prominence if this number of roads are good in our state. So therefore it will lead to new opportunities of employment, and therefore the Assam Chief Minister called off the construction of a 6-kilometer stretch of a 2-lane highway due to protest against two-laning. So however, thousands of century-old high-value trees were felled while constructing the existing stretch, which have been planted again by officials and villagers. So the Assam Mala project will play a crucial role in infrastructure development in the state, which will thereby lead to economic growth and development in the long run. So that's why we can see that if we need to enhance the infrastructural ability of our state, so we need to focus much more towards Assam Mala so that we could have some of the better roads, and thereby connecting from Hodia to Dhuburi will become an easy factor in the coming times. Okay, next up. Outline the policy on the mission for prevention for child marriages, implement and mention in the Assam Budget 23-24. So yate prevention of child marriages is a policy ever recently outlined kora goise by our Assam Finance Minister, so Ajanta Nayak Madam. So therefore we can see that yate budget ki goise, that presenting the budget, Finance Minister Ajanta Nayak said curbing child marriages in the state of Assam has not only become a necessity but an urgency too, which is why the government launched a MAINS drive against the violators of the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act PCMA 2006. So আমি এটো বস্তু দেখা পাইছো recently. Okay, কেতিয়া দেখা পাইছিলো যেতিয়া we can see that there was a mass number of people who are basically the persons or the husbands who have married some of the younger females and as their wife. So a bostutu obviously ami rokhabo lagibo, because see, once you are directly marrying a very small child who has just attained puberty, okay, so obviously you cannot make that particular child after some period of time, even that particular lady is only a child, so how can she bear another child in her womb, and that too when it is not mature. So therefore a bostu bilak amar karone bahut beya hoy. The time period when she should study, she is becoming mother. So এই বস্তুটোৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ বহুতখিনি infant mortality rate বাঢ়ি গৈছিলে, maternal mortality rate বাঢ়ি গৈছিলে. So we need to be strict against this child abuse. এটো মই abuse বুলিয়ে কওঁ. Okay, so এই বস্তুটো আমাৰ ইয়াতে থাকিব লাগিব. So এটো কাৰণে ইয়াতে strict কৰা গৈছে. So mission for prevention of child marriage কি কৈছিলে? All gram panchayat secretaries will be designated as child marriage prevention officers. Okay, আৰু এটো directly local level হ'ব. These officers will ensure prohibition of child marriages, protection of victims, and even persecution of offenders. The state mission will allocate rupees 200 crore to completely eliminate child marriage by 2026. Very, very important. মই to কৈ দিছো. এইবিলাক data is বহুত important হৈ যায়. So therefore the state mission will allocate rupees 200 crore. 200 কোটি টকা দিছে। কিহৰ কাৰণে? Eliminating child marriage 2026 only. Okay. Then the scheme aims to make Assam free of child marriage by 2026. ঠিক আছে? It will operate in a time-bound manner and link all programs and services that are working for women and children for effective implementation of special legislation such as the PCMA, Prevention of Child Marriage Act, POCSO, Prevention of Child Against Sexual Offences, so Juvenile Justice Act 2015, and even Right to Education Act of 2009, which provides under Article 21A, that is the right to provide early education to everyone, basically under this particular age group. So the mission will include collaboration with relevant line department stakeholders like NGOs and Samaritan volunteers, and it will specifically focus on surveillance, strengthening institution, introduction of helplines, and rehabilitation of victims. So a good process to তেখেতসকলে ভালকে মনিটৰ কৰিব, সাৰ্ভেইলেন্সত থাকিব, and soon we will directly end the menace of child marriage in our state, so that Assam will be free from this child marriage system. Okay. As mentioned by the Assam Finance Minister, can we conclude this year budget is focused on inclusive growth? Outline the key points. So the main concept to economic question hoy inclusive growth. One of the main terms in association with your economics syllabus, inclusive growth. Inclusive growth ki kore? Inclusive growth mane horur pura dangorle, dangor pura horule soboke ami ekeloge loi pelai ami agbahim. It is directly said to be sabka sath sabka vikas. Sobor logot loi pelai ami ekeloge agbahim. So that is something which is known as inclusive growth. Okay, so therefore the state budget for the current year is focused on poverty alleviation, developing entrepreneurship, and inclusive development. So state budget ever poa goise. Okay, so we'll be we'll be coming out with a good video on the Assam budget, okay, which will focus upon various number of programs or various number of strategies which has been taken by Assam government in this financial year. Okay, so here আমি এখন discuss করিম, so you will get the video soon in our YouTube channel. Okay, so stay with us for knowing about the specific updates related to the Assam economy at that particular video. Okay, chalo. So yate আমি directly কি কৈছো যে increase allocation to core sectors such as agriculture and education লাগিব, and schemes for sustained development of the states are planned. Okay, তাৰপিছত agenda now presented a rupees 3.21 crore budget for the 2023-24 financial year. কিমান budget হয় আমাৰ এবাৰ 3.21 crore. Okay, তাৰপিছত for the 2000 financial year, which funds for promoting micro entrepreneurship and fresh recruitment in different departments. যিটো আজি কালি পৰহি appointment দিলে আৰু তাৰ ওপৰত আৰু appointment ওলাব during the time period in July. Okay, then agenda now emphasize the threefold objective of poverty alleviation, developing entrepreneurship, and inclusive development. Okay, then NEOC has reported a 19% increase in funds for agriculture, rebutting opposition claims of reduced budget allocations. So ebar kiman 19% বেছি দিয়া গৈছে কোত agriculture. So আমি সেই লিষ্টখনত ডাইৰেক্টলি উলাই দেখাই দিম in the video that কোনটো বিভাগত বা কোনটো ডিপাৰ্টমেন্টত কিমানখিনি পইচা দিয়া গৈছে. Okay, then the education sector has seen a 54% increase in allocation, including rupees 2,500 crore for school construction in the public works department budget. Okay, that's what now further said that in 2021-22 India could spend rupees 1.60 lakh crore, crossing the rupees 1 lakh crore threshold. In the current fiscal year, India has already spent rupees 1.80 lakh crore, which will increase further as the financial year ends. So a bostukhini amar yate dia goise that with the context of India, how much Assam is focused towards the inclusive growth that we need to have in our state. So ekhini bostu amar karone bahut important hoy jay when you are discussing about inclusive growth, including every form of vulnerable sections of the society which is focused towards some form of growth and which have contribution towards the growth and development of the state. So ekhini jodi iman khini okman koi dia, then I think that this is more than sufficient for you to answer this particular question. So eta likhile hol je NEOC announced the largest ever self employment scheme as a key focus jeto ami pohilu. The goal is to empower youth to become self-employed and employers, and NEOC argued that the government schemes were meant to improve living standards and ensure equal development for economically weaker sections also. Okay, so এইবিলাক আমি এটা এখন বাজেটত আমি এটা mandate লৈছো that we will directly meet all such number of requirements which is basically seen under this particular budget. Okay, so এইখিনি আমাৰ এটো কোৱেশ্চন আছিল. Then write briefly about the achievements of following personalities. Very static, including various number of personalities which we can find today in our context of Assam. Aru ekhini manu news asile recently. So kar kotha koise Lakshmi Nandan Borua, novelist, aru Sanatan Tandi, poet. Okay, So he is basically a person from the tea tribe. So Lakshmi Nandan Borua ki hoy? So he was born in Hatisung of Kudija village in Assam. Hatisung kor ase, Nagaon district ase. He wrote his first short story Bhauna and his first novel Ganga Khiloni Paki. He served as president of Assam Sahitya Sabha 96-97 and editor of Goriosi 1990-1997 to 2003. He was also a recipient of honorary awards including the Sahitya Academy Award in 1988 and the Assam Valley Literary Award in 2004. So he was also included for the Republic Day honor list in 2015 for the civilization honor of Padma Shri. So ekhini kotha jodi likha mainly jekhini achievements or ekhini jodi likhi dia, I think it is more than sufficient for you to define this particular personality. Okay, tapsot our next ki ahile Sanatan Tanti, Assamese poet whose eminence and accomplishments in the field of Assamese literature is immense. Recipient of numerous awards and distinctions, Sanatan Tanti received the 2018 Sahitya Academy Award for Kailoi Dintu Amar Hobo, Tomorrow Will Be Ours, and it's a collection of his poems. So his literary works includes what? Ujjal Nakshatror Hadhana, poetry book, then Handhanot, sorry, Moi Manuhar Amol Utsav, Nizor Biruddhe Ses Prostap, then Hopto Thoba Hopto Adhinot, and many more. So a bostukhini, a jikhini eminence personalities hoy, a personalities khini ami dekhisu that recently APSC personalities in news or kotha khudhe. So we have tried to focus much more towards these personalities which are recently in news. Ami aru kisuman personalities or naam loi ahim. So if you wants to get some of the good PDF of such number of videos, you can directly contact us and we will directly come up with such number of videos. So you can directly let me know in the comment sections if you wants to know about the various personalities which are in news in the recent times from Assam. Okay. So yeah, their positions held. Okay, details good in India ase. Ini side number tomorrow. Then given outline on the Swanirbar Nari scheme of the government of Assam. Again, scheme related question. Okay, ibla kahibo. I can guarantee you someone or the other will directly come into prominence. So Assam Swanirbar Nari, there are some programs being implemented by the current administration to empower weavers, and it is breaking news to learn that a new initiative called Swanirbar Nari has been launched in Assam to support local weavers. So kar karne ekhon etu scheme hoy local weavers or karne. So according to the official announcement made, it is possible to acquire hand-woven goods directly from indigenous weavers through a website. আৰু এটো স্বনিৰ্ভৰ নাৰী আন্দোলনত হৈ আছে. So Assam Swanirbar Nari scheme was introduced on this particular date, July 19, 2022. আৰু কোনে launch কৰিছিল? CM of Assam, prioritizing the handloom sector, particularly for indigenous weavers. So this scheme will assist these individuals to expand their business and support their families financially. So eto without any intermediaries, a scheme to launch কৰা গৈছে so that the weavers may directly sell their good to the end customers. Okay, so eto a scheme to report our main definitions on. Okay, so ekhini tumalage sai loba je kuntu department or under ase handloom, textiles and sericulture to conserve the state's culture heritage and promote people who have inherited the skill from their ancestors, mainly focusing on the local weavers. Okay, hator kaam june kore. Okay, or the person who has been known technically about how to frame such number of instruments. It may be it may be tal, it may be ka. Okay, it may be some of the practices going with handloom sectors. Okay, গামোচাখন কেনেকৈ বনাও, তাঁতৰ শাল কেনেকৈ চলাব লাগে, এইবিলাক এনচেষ্টৰৰ পৰা শিকিছে. So এইটোৰ কাৰণে আমি স্বনিৰ্ভৰ the scheme which is basically known as the Assam Swanirbar Nari scheme, এইটো আমি স্টার্ট কৰিছো. Okay, চলো. Illustrate the challenges faced by the tea labor force in Assam. Okay, tea laborer অসমত থাকি আৰু tea question নাহে নে, tea labor বা tea industry question আহিব নে, আহিবই আহিব. Okay, so tea industry is one of the major industry which today we have in Assam, and we are one of the largest producer in Assam if you associate with itself with the tea. So ekane the working class in the tea plantation of Assam is perhaps the most oppressed in the organized sector of the economy. Low wages, problem low wages, poor housing, and therefore lack of avenues for social mobility has become a recurring name since the inception of the plantation complex in the Northeast India in the early 19th century. So etu azir problem no hoy, etu problem directly from the British time, and we being an independent country, we have still not catered these problems which are faced by these tea plantation workers or these tea laborers. Okay, azilage ami tekha kolok nijor eta tribal status in India. Okay, so that is one of the main concern we have with this tea workers. Okay, so therefore challenges ki ase? The estate's remote location. Tree locations bilak ba tea fields bilak parata remote location athake. We can hardly see these are present inside the townships. Okay, karon iman damar jaga township or keteo nathake. The biggest issues is their lives are lack of education, poverty, country fear, addiction, and in both men and women a low level of living and lack of access to healthcare. So ketiaba jodi time samoy pua, the people who are watching me from the tea tribes, they know about their problems. Okay, they know about the problems which is emanating in their respective tea gardens. Hekini tekhelokole jane. But june nazane keteba tea bagan ekhonor ba sa bagan ekhonor pisphale jibilak tekhelokor quarters thake, laborer jitu colony thake, keteba tate goisa. You will see one another world which may not you can imagine. আজি মই ইমেজিন কৰিব পাৰিছো বা মই দেখি আহিছো কাৰণ আজি মই বস্তু ভাবিব পাৰিছো. But maybe you cannot predict that in what situation these tea laborers are today thriving their livelihood in that particular area. So problems low. Also, a sizable portion of female workers, including girl children 12 to 18 years of old, report the existence of violence in private places compared to 39.30% of male workers who report violence in the workplace. So, workplace violence is another scenario in this particular tea tribe areas. Okay, one of the most common types of domestic violence is verbal abuse, 94%, which is followed by physical violence, 3.4%, and additionally, 2.5% of the workforce are reportedly experiencing verbal and physical assault in their personal space. And therefore, in the tea estates surveyed in the Dorong, Assam district, 42% of boys and 44% of girls are not sent to schools. And amongst the tea communities or amongst the tea tribes, you can see that there are various less number of education and they do not know the education, but they are not even literate. There is a wide difference being going for literacy and education. As they are literate enough. So how can they become educated? So that is the global challenge that we are facing today in this country. Okay, so between the ages of 15 and 20, over 67% of adolescent females get married, which increases the rates of sexual exploitation and even teen pregnancies. As if you have attained puberty, if you are menstruating, that means the girl will be married soon off. And it is basically happening at a very teenage age. Okay, when the girl does not know what to do with her life. And various number of molestations occur. The pregnancies or the fathers or the husbands are basically constant. If you are becoming pregnant from one, the other time you may from some others because of the molestations that are happening in this particular core areas of tea gardens. So therefore we have been facing with such number of teen pregnancies which are killing their youth, and also the maximum number of mortality rates are seen amongst this particular people. Okay, so from the age of 11 forward, many children start working in tea gardens. Boys are frequently trafficked or maintained as bonded labor and sent to labor as young as 14 or 15 years of old. So there is a substantial chance that kids would mix country booze with other psychoactive substances, and under 14% admitted to smoking marijuana, drugs like. Okay, 7% admitted to consuming alcohol, and 14% said that they chewed tobacco. Apart from this, youngster between the ages 10 to 13 are frequently affected by dendritic addictions. Okay, dendrite khai, drugs loy. Okay, injections loy, marijuana khai. Okay, so all these things which are totally prohibitory in nature, he bostu bilak tekhete aji loi ase, tekhelokole aji khai ase. So that is one of the main criteria why we are directly facing a challenge in this particular context of tea laborers. So therefore, according to activists and the authorities, tea workers have proven to be the most vulnerable to trafficking. The Santhal tea industry, which also causes friction with other ethnic groups, was once targeted by the BLTF. Okay, that is the Boroland Liberation Tea Front. Okay, so you can tribal front. That is, then there are many installations of family members abusing young girls in secret locations, which increase the rates of teenage pregnancy and mortality. Okay, rape kori pela mari dia, okay, pregnant kori eri dia. So all these things are very common in this particular area. So approximately 2% of the youngsters were found to be HIV positive as due to sexual transmission of belekolo usajai, who is basically very much fit. Okay, so all these things are some of the problems or challenges that we can face today in amongst the tea industries or amongst the tea population or amongst the tea laborers of Assam. Okay, so since ইয়াতে challenges ৰ কথা হৈছে আমি খালি challenges খিনি ইয়াতে discuss কৰিছো. Okay, যদি সুধিলে then what are the steps needs to be taken, so that তোমালোকে সেইখিনি বস্তু discuss কৰিবা. Okay, question number 10. Discuss about the Guwahati High Court and its jurisdiction. Okay, very direct question. Okay, so our article, kuntu article hai koi 214 of the Constitution. If India requires that each state to have a high court, very important article. Okay, article 214. Aru etu kuntu under hai part 6 under hai. Part 6 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so amar jano 1st March 1948, the Governor of General of India promulgated the Assam High Court Order 1948, establishing the High Court of Assam on this date with effect from 5th April 1948, that is after independence. Okay, and we know that Sri Harilal Kania presided over the inauguration of the Assam High Court on 5th April, and Sir S.F. Lodge was sworn in as the first Chief Justice, and the Assam High Court initially had its sittings at Shillong but shifted to Guwahati from 14th August 1948. Ekhini was a lot important reason. Okay, basically going to the history. So Guwahati High Court administers justice in area of immense variation geographically, ethnically and judicially, and the laws applicable to different areas. Okay, so aji ami jodi ko je aji Guwahati High Court or kundu state or jurisdiction ase. So obviously jurisdiction ase kot Nagaland ase, jurisdiction ase kot Arunachal Pradesh ase, and obviously jurisdiction ase kot Mizoram ase. Aru tar karone ami bench bahaisu. তো বেঞ্চ তো কি কওঁ, এটা বেঞ্চ আমি কওঁ কোহিমা বেঞ্চ বুলি, এটা বেঞ্চ কওঁ আমি আইজল বেঞ্চ বুলি, আৰু এটা কওঁ আমি ইটানগৰ বেঞ্চ বুলি, মেইনলি দেয়াৰ ৰেসপেক্টিভ ক্যাপিটেল. ওকে, সো এইখিনি আছিল গুৱাহাটী হাই কোৰ্টলৈ, বাকি গোটেইখিনি স্ট্যাটিক হয়, সো আই উইল নট এক্সপ্লেইন ইউ মাচ. Next, what are the challenges for industrial growth in Assam, and mention briefly about the Industrial and Investment Policy Amendment 2023. So etu recently news asile, so this becomes very important for your examination purpose. Okay, since etia amar industry kotha bahi goi ase, investment kotha bahi goi ase, so ami ekhini bostu olop pohibo lagibo, that means this becomes very important. So yate obviously ahi jabo, Assam faces several challenges for industrial growth. Some of the key challenges directly khudise no challenges ekan directly ami hedule ahilu. Key challenges: first, low capital formation. Okay, amar industry bilakot khorai capital to bahut kom generate hoy. Okay, so then next, lack of entrepreneurship. Jetia manhor R&D na thakibo, so R&D na thakile ki hob, entrepreneurship ko kam ahibo, মানুহে কি কৰিব, যেটা মানুহে নতুন কথা ভাবিব entrepreneurs হইলে কি কৰিব, obviously he will get futile, 2 বছৰ 3 বছৰ পিছত ফ্লপ মাৰিব. so obviously আমাৰ হেতু নাই আছে, আৰু হেতু কাৰণে আমাৰ ইন্ডাষ্ট্ৰি ৰিভলিউশনো নাই. inadequate infrastructure, যেটো ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ এটা ইন্ডাষ্ট্ৰি বিল্ড আপ কৰিবলৈ লাগে সেইখিনি বস্তু আজি আমাৰ নাই, আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে we are facing some number of crisis situation in the industrial scenario of this state. okay, so হেতু এটা আমাৰ বস্তু আহি যায়. then you can see about investment risks. So today Assam is surrounded by 2 foreign countries, thus there is heavy risks of investment from political points of view, but investment nahe. Okay, aru investment to naha karon ki, because of the security concerns. APSPA ase etio, so jodi APSPA ase jetia laga manhoe secure nohoy, etia laha laha bahut kini thanda hoise okhomkhon. Okay, so Assam today is totally a stable state, but at a time on nasile, aru etia ami hetu bostu generate koribo para nai, karon etia amar bahut kini facilities nai jikhini ami provide koribo lage to the investors. Okay, so এটা থাকে. Then lack of market, proper market has not yet developed in the region for the marketing of the products produced by the industries. Market এখন নাই. Okay, সেই প্যাটার্নৰ consumers নাই. So এটো কাৰণে আমি এটা lackadaisical approach লৈ আছো with respect to this industrial sector. তাৰছত distributed law and order situation. Okay, so obviously মই যেটো কথা ক'লো, law and order situation to আমাৰ অলপ as compared to the states like Bengaluru, Karnataka, Maharashtra, আমাৰ হেনকা টাইপৰ situation নাই, strict নহয় ইমান. Then lack of credit facilities supposedly are limited due to lack of banking coverage and lack of financial help to small and cottage industries, leading to low development. So আজি হেখিনি আমাৰ financial approach to নাই, financial investment to hetu karone আজি আমি ইয়াতে credit নাপাও. Then inefficient administration, obviously etu kobo lagibo, that is another factor. Poor growth of industries in the northeastern region. So obviously the security in India, jodi administration to bhal nohoy, then how this industry should go. Then lack of central help, so central government agote iman consider nokorisile okhomot, আৰু যেহেতু নকৰিছিলে, আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে আমি কি দেখিছিলো, that we have seen various number of problems in association with the funding. তো সেন্ট্রাল সেক্টৰৰ যিখিনি ফান্ডিং আমাৰ আহিছিলে, সেই সেন্ট্রাল সেক্টৰ ফান্ডিং খিনি আমাৰ নাহা হৈছিলে. ওকে, আৰু যেহেতু আমাৰ সেন্ট্রাল সেক্টৰ ফান্ডিং খিনি আহে আহিলেও আমাৰ ইয়াতে মিসপ্লেসমেন্ট হয় আৰু যেতিয়া মিসপ্লেসমেন্ট হ'ব তেতিয়াহ'লে চেন্ট্ৰেল গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে ফান্ডিং দিয়াও বন্ধ কৰি দিয়ে ওকে সো এইটো এটা আমাৰ ডাঙৰ ইস্যুজ আছে দেন বিসাইডস নেৰো কৰিডৰ 22 কিলোমিটাৰ which is connected via the Siliguri corridor এটা আমাৰ স্মল কৰিডৰ আছে which is directly connecting the mainland India towards the northeastern belt okay so poor transportation and communication lack of proper exploration assessment and low power generation is are some of the bigger challenges so hetu karone amar eta kone because industry howa lage lage ki lagibo raw materials lagibo or mainly ki lagibo transportation sector bhal lagibo okay electricity lagibo jeto amar nai bhalke so therefore Assam government approved the Assam Industrial and Investment Policy Amendment 2023 for making Assam a globally competitive investment destination and subclause 14.9 of Industrial and Investment Policy of Assam 2019 has been amended which shall be replaced by the following key customized incentives for mega projects so jibilak mega projects ahibo tar karone ami kisuman customization korim okay so that we could get more profit out of that particular customization okay tar upor you can see yate ami subsidy on land yat bahut bita ase capital investment korim subsidy on power tariff dim okay subsidy on land dim kunbai jodi land kinibo bisare ami tate subsidy di asu subsidy on draw of power lines jodi kunbai draw kori ase tate electricity ani bole tar ami subsidy dim asu stamp duty reimbursement jikhini stamp duty lage for the project to complete so hekhini ami reimburse kori dim tarpot employment or payroll subsidy tate pabo aru other incentives including government assistance road connectivity hekhini pabo power line installation and providing utility support so gutekini assistance dibo lagibo aru tetia he ami dekhim je lahe lahe Assamot industry jitu eta sector hoy hetu laheke grow koribo paribo aru amar state khon lahe lahe industrial state hisabe gute country ba gute world e lahe lahe janibo okay so that is one of the major aspects of this particular part so the customized incentive mega projects will also be subject to following conditions so minimum investment iman lagibo to ebla kisuman directives hoy which even the government is directly focused karon পিছত যদি আমি বেসিকে সাবসিডি দিব ধৰো বা বেসিকে কৰিবলৈ ধৰো দেন অবভিয়াসলি জুনে তুনে আহি যাব না ইফালে হ'ব না হিফালে হ'ব না ইন্ডাস্ট্রি সেটআপ হ'ব না গভর্নমেন্টৰ পইচা ভাল কামত ইউজ হ'ব সো এটো কাৰণে আমি কিছুমান মিনিমাম ৰিকোয়াৰমেন্টস লাগিছো ওকে সাপোজলি 200 এমপ্লয়িজ লাগিব 90% of the grade 3 and non skill employment shall be for the candidates of the state okay যিখিনি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়ে কৰি আছে 90% কোৰ পৰা আহিব লাগিব from the respective state so এই কিছুমান আমি কন্ডিশনস ৰাখিছো so that we can make our state much more incentivized towards the industrial type okay so এই বস্তুটো আমাৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হৈছে okay then you can see that what is Northeastern Council enumerate its structure and functions so ইয়াতে কিহৰ কথা আহি গল NEC Northeastern Council okay very direct question okay so the Northeastern Council is the nodal agency for the economic and social development of the Northeastern region which consists of 8 states Arunachal Pradesh Assam Manipur Meghalaya Mizoram Nagaland Sikkim and Tripura and it was constituted in 1971 by an act of parliament so headquarter কৰ আছে Shillong আছে okay so etwa kihor under ahe started working in 1971 works under the Ministry of Development of the Northeastern region jitu ami koi asu donor ministry boli okay so etu amar karone important hoise so Northeastern Council function ki discuss any matter in which the states represented in the council have common interest and advise the central government and the government of the states concerned as to action to be taken to any such matter particularly with regard to kihor any matter common interest in the field of economic and social planning state transport power and flood control okay formulate and forward proposals securing the balanced development tar uporot bahut unified and coordinated regional plans prioritizing the projects and schemes okay regarding location of the projects okay then this is directly some of the significant role jar karone ami Northeastern Council kon bonisu so that any number of investments any number of progress and development which is occurring inside this particular states okay of the northeast could come together and leverage the benefits out of every project in a very coherent and in a very peaceful manner so etu amak lagibo in this present context so etu kana ami NEC to build korisu tarpot ki ahibo what is the Assam Ease of Doing Business Act also highlight the key features of the Assam Ease of Doing Business Amendment Bill 2020 okay Assam Ease of Doing Business so yata ami ki focus kori asu so the Assam Ease of Doing Business is designated to promote a business friendly environment in the state and attract both domestic and foreign investment so the act aims to streamline and simplify various regulatory process and the procedures making it easier for businesses to start operate and expand in the state so jetalage ami ease of doing business to nokoru jetalage ami eta nijor ease of doing business nokoru ba nijor jodi amar setup eta nahe okay so that to promote more and more business in the state tetalage eta situation ami create kori nidu jetalage ami eta environment create kori nidu amar osot keteo basic investment nahibo so that is one of the major criteria why we should focus on this particular bill which is known as the Assam Ease of Doing Business Act, okay, of 2020. Okay, so yate ki koise that it was enacted in 2016, aim to streamline the regulatory structures and process and simplify the process. Yes, very good. Then Assam Bureau of Investment Promotion was established by the Act and it oversee the overall supervision and administration of speedy processing of applications. So ekita bostu amar karone important hoy jay, and that is the certain elements why we need to have a proper investment policy. So yate Eminent bill of ki koise, so the new bill will simplify procedures and bring transparency and efficiency lagi boy. Okay, then under the new amendment bill the government has committed to create an investor friendly atmosphere. Okay, আজি যদি ইনভেষ্টমেন্ট এটা আহি আছে আৰু ইনভেষ্টমেন্ট যেতিয়া আহিব মানুহজনে যদি ইয়াতে কি তেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ এনভায়ৰনমেন্ট এটা পোৱা নাই ইনভেষ্ট কৰিবলৈ, মোৰ এনেকুৱা লাগিছে যে মই ইয়াৰ পৰা ইনভেষ্টমেন্ট কৰি পেলাই কি পাম। So obviously I will not invest my hard earned money in that particular place. So আমি এটা ইনভেস্টৰ ফ্ৰেন্ডলি এটমস্ফিয়াৰ কৰিব লাগিব, so that বাহিৰৰ মানুহ অহাৰ লগে লগে ইমিডিয়েটলি তাহাঁতৰ চাগে সেকেন্ড থট নাহে যে Assam is a very peaceful, Assam is a very well established state which will need some of the investment in the next future. So teneke ahi pele manuje jodi invest kori diye, then we can see more and more number of investments will directly come together. Okay, so eto ami eta atmosphere create koribo lagibo. So the government of Assam is to do away with all types of renewal certificates, permissions and licenses will under the with of doing business bill, and this is being done because a large number of renewable applications are pending at different levels in Assam, and this causes unreasonable delay. So eto eta ami sabo lagibo. Then computerized central system korim ami. Okay, so even যিটো আবেদন বা inspections বিলাকো হেবিলাকো অনলাইন কৰিব আমি চাবলৈ চাম। Okay, so we use the use of technology. So by implementing this one, the Assam government aims to create a more favorable environment for entrepreneurships and investment, and this in turn can stimulate economic growth, attract more business and investment, create job opportunities and contribute to the overall economic development of this state. So eto amak lagibo in this present context. Okay, so eto ekhon billor mote koise. Okay, chalo. Coming with the next one, discuss about the State Election Commission of Assam and along with their authority and powers to hold election in Assam. Also enumerate from which part and articles of the Indian Constitution the Assam SEC has derived its power. Very important question. Okay, it's associated with the State Election Commission. So, how is it? Okay, so you will get this PDF in our links. Okay. Also, you will directly can visit the site, okay, or if you are associated with any groups, okay, you can directly download from the respective groups. Okay, you can join our groups. We have been given some of the WhatsApp link. Amar jitu YouTube channel amar video to goi ase tar jo description box tate eta WhatsApp or link paba. He link tumalke goi pelai download koribo pariba this PDF. Okay, so please go there and download it from that particular area. Okay, discuss about the State Election Commission of SEC of Assam. So State Election Commission kotha kurise. Okay, so you can see that Assam State Election Commission ketia form hoisila with accordance with the powers of the Election Commission of India, which was constituted in the year 1950 to supervise state level elections. So State Election Commission ba amar central jitu amar Election Commission of India, so tar main motto to ki hoy amar tar main motto to hoy to conduct free and fair elections across India. Okay, and therefore the Election Commission of India is directed a watchdog to make the country go ahead with some of the free and fair elections. So therefore, to ensure the autonomy of the position, the Assam State Election Commission cannot be removed from the office except on the grounds and manager coached by the judges of the High Court. Okay, so responsibilities ki hai is fulfill constitutional obligations to conduct regular elections on local bodies, and even local bodies bole enuka nohoy je যিখিনি আমাৰ panchayati elections হয় বা municipality elections হয় সেইখিনি conduct কৰে. Obviously we will go with all such number of elections which are happening with respective to the autonomous council. Kali Bodoland Territorial Council or elections hol, kali Karbir hol, kali Dimasar hol, then obviously we will go for even the election process of this particular councils. Okay, যেটো বস্তু লিখা আছে ইয়াত। So to create awareness among the electorate for increased participation, okay, যে কৰিব লাগে, voting কৰিব লাগে, to carry out responsibility and obligation under the level of guidance of the Election Commission of India, ঠিক আছে? Then the State Election Commission of Assam was constituted on this particular date under provisions of Article 243K to 243J. Very important. So, it is the most important. 243K to 243J. Okay, and with a view to perform responsibilities, the superintendence, direction, and control and preparation of electoral rules. Okay, so it is an important question. Then, State Election Commission plays an important role to strengthen growth and democratic institution and for the healthy growth of democratic values in the state. So এইখিনি মেজৰ কাম হয়, ৰেসপন্সিবিলিটিজ হয়, আৰু মেইনলি কিখিনি কামত তেখেতসকল ইনভলভ হয়, এইখিনি কোৱেশ্চনটো ডাইৰেক্টলি দিছে। Okay, and please do remember to quote some of the articles associated with the State Election Commission. Okay, part 2 to more part 6. Then discuss about AFSPA, that is key Armed Forces Special Power Act. Okay, in Assam, in the context of the recent statement made by the Assam CM to withdraw AFSPA completely from Assam by the end of 2023. So recently, Assam Chief Minister has said that the AFSPA from Assam will completely gets removed by the end of 2023. So therefore, AFSPA are acts of the Parliament of India that granting special powers to the Indian Armed Forces is disturbed areas are enacted in 1958. So AFSPA is confined to be enacted only when a state or a part of it is declared a disturbed area. Continued unrest, like in the cases of militancy, insurgency, so Section 3 of the AFSPA empowers the governor of the state or union territory to issue an official notification on the Gazette of India, following which the sender has the authority to send an armed forces for civilian aid. Okay, so a section to our all of important question. It is Section 3 of the AFSPA Act. Okay, Section 3 of the AFSPA Act covers to whom? Governor of the state or union territories to issue an official notification following which the sender has authority to send armed forces for civilian aid. Important. Section 3. Okay. Then, but under Section 3 of the Act, their opinion can still be overruled by the governor of the center. Okay. So overrule but it is the main power. Right? Originally, it came into being as an ordinance in 1958 and within months was repealed and passed as an act. So Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma announced that his government was aiming to withdraw this controversial AFSPA from the state by the end of 2023. Okay, so you can see about the highlights where this decision was basically taken. Okay, so you can see that this is the highlight of the Honorable Chief Minister speech at Commandant's Conference 22nd May 2023. Very recent. Okay, so it is the cutout question. That is the Honorable Chief Minister will visit battalions across the state. Okay, Commandant's Conference will be held every 6 months. Retired army men will impart training to police and they will have the rank of an additional superintendent of police. Okay, then efforts will be made to create an atmosphere in the battalions to bring a positive change in the mindset of the commandants and forces. Okay, so at the atmosphere yet create in the battalions to bring positive changes in the mindset of the commanders and the forces. Okay, or retired army men, okay, yet a rank impart training. Okay, then steps will be taken to empower these battalions so that they can tackle law and order issues with minimum use of force. So battalions mainly ki upgrade along upgradation of okay, our target commandants bahut active hobo lagibo. Then AFSPA will be lifted from the entire state by November 2023. And this will facilitate the replacement of the CAPF by Assam Police battalions. Okay, however, presence of CAPF as required by law shall be in place. Jot lage to diabo, but jot na lage hebilakok replace ki heri koribo Assam Police Battalion APBN. Okay, then steps will be taken for posting efficient and professional police officers as commandant. So jikono inefficient manu ami directly command hisabe nidim. So obviously efficient manu hobe ami command hisabe dim. So now the role of the commandants will also increase, being the head of the respective battalion that it is basically heading. Okay, so ekhini amar ahi gol with respective to this decision has been taken under this commandant conference on 22nd May 2023. Okay, so yate tarata ahi gol. Then government will prepare a list of enlisting low performing police personnel including officers considering their habits and quality like drinking, obesity. Okay, already 3 mahor time dise aru jodi tekhane pale nore fit hobole VRS lobo lagibo voluntary retirement. Okay, then government will also help 36 battalions to develop their specific motto, help them imbibe the motto and aid them dedicate to their motto. Every battalion should celebrate their raising days with adequate opportunity for the wards of police personnel to showcase their talents like proficiency in the pet, extant for speech, art, etc. Okay, then every battalion should have a good school inside the premises where other than the services of the appointed teachers, services of the good and talented police personnel posted in the battalion could be used. That's what all 36 battalion must have good housing colony to provide housing satisfaction to them and their family members. And the goal is to transform the Assam Police Battalion into a vibrant body. Jitu aji, mainly it is going towards making the Assam very much of smart. Assam Police very much of smart police koribo lage. Okay, it was our main lakshya. So etu karone a decisions bila loa goise in the commandants conference. So this is directly the cutout from this commandant conference. Okay. Yes. Then, what are the needs and issues related to the delimitation process? Explain in context to the recent delimitation process in Assam. Very important. Delimitation or question ta ahibo ebar. Okay, I can guarantee you that one of the delimitation process or one of the delimitation question will directly come into prominence. Okay, কারণ recently delimitation or কারণে আমি দেখিছো যে বহুত কিখন districts আমার নাইকিয়া করা হৈছে আর যার কারণে আজি আমি 31 districts আহি পালোহি from 34. So that is one of the criteria that we can see. Then, so the Delimitation Commission is responsible for determining the number and boundaries of constituencies and identifying seats reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So the Assam has 16 assembly seats reserved for the scheduled tribes and 8 for the scheduled caste. Okay, out of kiman? Out of 126. Okay, take it. Absorb. Kiho kane need hai? Providing equal representation to equal segments of population. Yes. Fair division of geographical areas so that advantage no hai. Okay, absorb. To follow the principle of one vote, one value. So আজি কি হৈ আছে? Supposedly এটা মই এৰিয়াৰ কথা কৈ আছো. If supposedly this is an area, তো ইয়াতে এটা পপুলেশনস বিলাক বহুতখিনি পপুলেশনস থাকে ওকে সো এই পপুলেশনস বিলাক ইকুৱেলস নাই সাপোজলি এফালে হিন্দু মাইনৰিটিজ আছে এফালে মুসলিমস আছে এনেকে এফালে কোবাত খ্ৰীষ্টিয়ানস আছে এফালে কোবাত শিখস আছে ওকে এফালে কোবাত বুদ্ধিষ্ট আছে এফালে কোবাত আৰু বেলেগ ধৰ্মৰ মানুহ আছে ওকে সাপোজলি হিয়াৰ আই ক্যান ফিল এবাউট দ্য জেইনস মই কথা কওঁ তো ইয়াতে কি হৈ আছে এনেকুৱা টাইপৰ হৈ আছে তো এইখিনিয়ে কনসেন্ট্ৰেশনটো ইমান ভালকে নাপায় সো এটা ইকুৱেলি ডিভাইড কৰিম সো লাকে ইকুৱেল ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্টেশন থাকিব সো দ্যাট এভৰি ভোট has got a value. So the main motto. So a motto to likhiba tomaloke. Very important. Okay. So edu karone question. But issues ki hoy? The 87 Amendment Act of 2003 provide for delimitation of constituencies on the basis of 2001 census, but the total number of seats in the assemblies and parliament decided as per the 1971 census was not changed. So as you jodi ami census to sao amar konto census loa goi ase 1971 census. But obviously eti amar 2001. Kiho kare 2011 nolole etu ami najano. Okay, so that is some of the conflicts that we can see with this particular aspect. States that take little interest in population control could end up with a greater number of seats in the parliament. Okay, so it will have a problem here that Kisuman states who like a little interest in population control, they will directly end up in seats in the parliament. Jimane population bhahibo, himane seat bhahibo, so they will ultimately end up taking more seats in the parliament. Okay. So the constitution will also cap the number of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha seats to a maximum number of 550 and 250 respectively, and increase in population are being represented by a single representative. So cap যেহেতু কৰা আছে তো ইভেন আমি পাৰ্লিমেন্টৰ সিট বহাব লাগিব যদি পপুলেশন স্টেটত বাঢ়িছে means obviously the country's population is ultimately rising, so এটো বস্তু আমি তাতো চেঞ্জ কৰিব লাগিব অকল স্টেটত চেঞ্জ কৰিলে নহব, so that is one of the element. So 4 days after the Election Commission of India announced the start of the delimitation of assembly and parliamentary seats in the state on December 27, 2022, Assam re-emerged 4 districts with one they were splitted from. So many uploaded the ECI decision but expressed concern about the readjustment of seats based on 2001 census and the purported attempt to depoliticize Muslims. So yate alop contest ahi gol, okay, jeto ami bahut generally dekhu about the contest from the peoples who are basically the majority amongst the minorities, who are basically the Muslims. Okay, so why was delimitation in Assam put on hold? So the Eminent panel was set up thrice before being suspended in 1976 due to family planning programs, and the last commission was set up in 2002. But the delimitation of 4 northeastern states were deferred due to security risks. Jammu and Kashmir was also left out of the exercise due to law and order. So organization in Assam, including the BJP, opposed delimitation in 2008 due to the updating of the NRC. Okay, but since it NRCU failure হৈ গৈছে তো এখানে delimitation process to আকো start কৰিবলে চাই আছে. Okay, so why are some political parties critical of this delimitation? Because বহুত আছে এটা ৰাইজৰ দল MLA Akhil Gogoi and Congress leader Devata Soikia argued that basing the delimitation on 2000 would be unjust. Okay, and All India United Democratic Front MLA Aminul Islam suspected political agenda behind using 2001 census. So এইবিলাক দুটামান controversies আছে. Okay, এইখিনি controversy আমি জানিব লাগে তাতকে বেছি we do not need much think about this particular controversies. So now why does the government see delimitation as a Assam savior? So because we can see that argued that delimitation can provide the safeguards that the NRC and the Assam Accord of 1985 failed to provide. So আজি আমি জানো যে যেটো আমাৰ NRC কাম কৰিব লগা আছিল saying out illegal immigrants and even the Assam Accord যিখিনি illegal immigrants পঠাব লগা আছিল হেতু ফেল হৈছিল তো আজি delimitation সেই বস্তুটো সলভ কৰিব বুলি অসম চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ অসম মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী হেতু এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ বিলিফ হয় then he argued that delimitation can save the future of Assam for at least 2 decades by ensuring the state assembly is less affected by demographic changes. Okay, so etu bostu at least sabole tekete etu decision loise. Then he also said that political leaders should not worry about losing out more seats are reserved for SCs and STs after the delimitation, as 3 of the districts merged with the parent districts have a sizable Muslim population. Okay, so যিকেইটা ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট মাৰ্জ কৰা গৈছে সেইকেইটা সাইজেবল মুসলিম পপুলেশন আছে, সো সেইকাৰণে ইমান ভয় খাব নালাগে। Okay, so এইটো কাৰণে these are the things that have been said under the Delimitation Council. Next, discuss the salient features of the Assam Panchayat Act 1994. Okay, so Assam Panchayat 1994 কি আছে কি নাই এখিনি ডিসকাস কৰিব গৈছে। Very static question, হলে হল extends to the whole of the Assam except the autonomous district under the 6th schedule. 6th schedule নিজৰ নিজৰ autonomous council আছে। So ইয়াতে কি থাকিব পঞ্চায়ত আঞ্চলিক Panchayat, Anchalik Panchayat and Jila Parishad. That is the 3 tier of government. Okay, যিবিলাক আমাৰ suggestions আছিলে Balwant Rai Mehta, okay, Ashok Mehta, okay, then we can see about all other that is directly coming under JVK Rao, that is coming under this particular segment of panchayats. So এইখিনি বস্তু আমাৰ কাৰণে important হৈ যায়, এইখিনি কৈ লবা। District Planning Committee কি হয়, coordinating body হয় created by all these particular elements. Okay, so এইখিনি কৈ লবা। Then you can see about the Gaon Sabha. Okay, Gaon Sabha ki hoy, Gaon Panchayat ki hoy. Okay, then define about that what is Anchalik Panchayat. Okay, then also define what is Jila Parishad. So ekhini jodi koiba, I can directly say that this is directly the attempt about how to write this basic static answer describing about the Assam Panchayat Act of 1994. Okay, which came under practice if that came under existence after the 73rd Amendment Act of 1992, which took place under the Government of India, which make the local self-government an integral part of the constitutional mechanism. Okay, so it will get. Next, give an outline on the initiatives present in the Assam budget to ameliorate the overall tea sector in the state. So ako tea level or kotha ahisile, so yate koa goise je jimankhini aji initiatives loa goise Assam budget tea sector or karone ekhini discuss koribo goise. Okay, so aji ami janu ki initiative loa goise, promote Assam tea as a brand, tar karone road show kora goise major cities all across the country. Okay, and showcasing Assam's rich socio-cultural heritage. That's what Assam Tea Industry Special Intensive Schemes, ATIIS, ISIS, ATIIS, CDISS, no, yeah, the AT like yes. Okay, don't confuse with the ISIS. So ATIIS, that is Assam Tea Industry Special Incentive Scheme, will be further strengthened to incentivize the production of orthodox tea. Very important. Increase in the production subsidy for orthodox and especially tea from ₹7 to ₹10 per kg is already under process. For the current year of 23-24, only an enhanced production subsidy of ₹12 per kg will be extended and ₹100 crore has been earmarked for this scheme. So the emphasis will be given on the infrastructure development of tea garden, labor lines, especially the development of roads. So এইবিলাক development of roads to আমাৰ core under rahi jabo, অসম মালাৰ under rahi jabo. So we not needs to have a worry about. As a specialized relief, all the area electricity use of the tea garden workers, families living in the lines will be waived off as a one-time waiver. Okay, so take care of relieve them from the type of areas that has been faced by them in respective to electricity. Okay, under the waste compensation scheme for pregnant women of tea gardens areas of Assam, the compensation amount will be enhanced to ₹50. Okay, so it will be a compensation name for the people who are pregnant. For the construction of 500 Mahaprabhu Jagannath Community Hall cum skill center in the prominent localities of tea garden, he is one of the main personalities amongst the tea communities. Hekini ami koribole sabo lagibo community halls where they can learn various number of skills amongst the populace who are basically non-literate or non-educated. Under Mukhyamantri Awas Yojana, 10,000 houses will be constructed in tea garden labor lines only. Assam government to continue supporting Assam Tea Corporation Limited against the payment of outstanding liabilities of interest or pra located for this particular year. Okay, with a focus on improving the education infrastructure in our tea garden areas, another 100 new tea garden high schools will be taken on this year. So etu kihor karone korise, education sector to improve koribole, lora swali bilakok more literate koribole, more educated koribole ami ekita tea garden high school khuli asu. Okay, scholarships to students belonging to SC, ST, minority and tea garden community. Tea garden and Adivasi community will be recognized as separate subcategories within the OBC. So OBC under to tekhedakolok notun ke eta criteria dibo jot tekhedakolok besi relief pabo as compared to the OBC. Okay, also 3% reservation thakibo code government jobs. So ekhini thakile amar code with the association of this particular element which has been referred to as the initiatives that has been taken under the Assam budget of 22-23, that is the recent budget. Okay, so next ahile 19th, give an outline of the Assam Legislative Council bill. In your view, explain how bicameral legislature will help Assam. So recently, since our Assam assembly has been renovated, so obviously এখন bill pending হৈ আছে যত আমি এটা legislative council বিচাৰো. So So obviously the members will be called as MLCs, that is the member of legislative councils. So তাৰ কাৰণে এখন বিল আহিছিলে 2013 but এখন পেন্ডিং হৈ আছে ওকে এটা পাৰ্লিমেন্ট সো এটো কাৰণে খুলিছে তো আসাম লেজিসলেটিভ বিলখন কি হয় এটো কোবা আৰু কোনে লগাইছিলে ল এণ্ড জাস্টিস মিনিষ্টাৰ কপিল সিব্বল at that point of time of UPA ওকে সো বিলখনে কি প্রভাইড কৰে creation of legislative council okay bill also states that total number of seats in the Assam legislative council shall be 42 okay etu koise further the lays down composition as stipulated in the constitution kenake hobo the constitution in which the state shall be divided extent of each constituency number of seats to be allotted so ekini bostu static hoy directly ekini mukhosto kora bostu yat bujibo laga eku nai okay so the bill also proposes consequential amendments to the ROPA and even the Representative of People Act of 1950 and 51 okay but in the current context how bicameral legislature would help us bicameral legislature ahile ki hobo better laws will be made in the state since bills are somewhat properly debated in bicameral legislature so আজি কি হৈ আছে আজি আমাৰ এটা assembly আছে কাৰণে কি হৈ আছে তাতে অকল ডিসকাশন হৈ আছে তাৰ পৰা ডিসকাশনটো আগলৈ গৈ আছে means it is directly becoming an act but at some point of time if this would be discussed in two areas দুটা জায়গা যদি আমাৰ ডিসকাস কৰা যায় then obviously at some point of time আমি কি দেখি আছো যেতিয়া হলে আমাৰ ভালকে ডিবেট ডিসকাশনটো ভাল হ'ব okay so এটা আমাৰ ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হয় bicameral legislature protects the interest of the minority groups yes okay তাত বহুত সেকশনৰ পৰা মানুহ আহিব okay বহুত কিনি ডিসকাশন কৰিব okay বহুত মাইনৰিটি মানুহ তাত থাকিব প্ৰেজেন্ট হৈ পেলে এমএলসি হৈ পেলে একিনিও এটা হয় makes it possible for public opinion to be properly expressed and issues concerned before bills are passed by the delaying the bills into two chambers okay ভালকে ইয়াতে নিজৰ ইস্যুজ বিলাক এড্ৰেছ হয় create more room for more political and administrative experienced people to be useful in the art of law making or both importantly ekini bostu utilize hoy okay eto amar ta important concern hoy then also we can see that the second chamber of bicameral legislature checks the excesses and guides against the tyranny or dictatorship of one chamber আজি যদি legislative assembly only থাকে এটা obviously amar ki hoy he assembly toe amar gute assam state khonor decision to loile and maybe tate ki hoy jun majority থাকে তাহাতৰ ফেভাৰতে বস্তু যায় so obviously আমি majority in the MLC not favoring the government to দেখিব পাৰো so তেতিয়া কি হয় তাতে কিছুমান যিখিনি লুপ হোলস থাকে সেইখিনি আমি ইউটিলাইজ কৰি পেলাই আমি ভাল কিছুমান আইডিয়াজ দিব পাৰো so ইয়াতে চেকস এন্ড ব্যালেন্সেস বেছি হয় যদি bicameral legislature থাকে so therefore though before independence Assam has got a bicameral legislature so in the present context we can utilize the benefits of having a bicameral legislature for proactive and participatory democracy so যিমানে মানুহ ইনভলভ হ'ব যিমানে মানুহে কাম কৰিব যিমানে মানুহে ইনভলভ কৰি পেলাই নিজকে নিজে চাব in this present context I can directly say that bicameral legislature is all good to be used in a state like Assam ekini ami koribo paru okay coming to the last question 20 illustrate the various governmental steps taken to improve the health sector in Assam okay health sector to improve koribole ki ami পদ্ধতি লৈছো being the form of government so Assam has implemented several governmental interventions to improve the health sector and state in Assam so ki loise launched health insurance schemes to provide financial protection and reduce out of pocket expenses on healthcare so etu under ki korise pradhan mantri jan arogya yojana and atal amrit yojana which aims to provide cashless treatment and coverage for critical illness very important ei duta scheme konuta pradhan mantri jan arogya yojana aru atal amrit abhiyan ei duta amar kane bahut important hoy tar national health mission is a flagship program of the Indian government to improve healthcare delivery in Assam by strengthening healthcare infrastructure, providing essential services and improving human resources. Important. Okay, बहुत important question. Tarpsot, Assam has prioritized maternal and child healthcare to reduce maternal and infant mortality rates with programs such as Janani Suraksha Yojana, providing financial assistance and promoting institutional deliveries. Azikali, under Mother's Absolute Affection, Ma program under ki hoy. We can directly take care of both the mother as well as the child and also we are directly giving out some of the money if the mother is giving institutional delivery so এই বস্তুটো থাকে okay so এবিলাকে আমাৰ এটা initiatives launch কৰিছে so that people are directly compelled to come directly to the institutions for the respective delivery instead of going some of the unhygienic deliveries in their rural households. So the Assam government has focused to improve healthcare infrastructures by constructing and upgrading facilities to enhance accessibility and providing quality healthcare services to the population. Yes, our tower for telemedicine service use korise mainly phone or based thake teleconsults or doctors thake who will directly guide you under the whole process. Hiring and educating more people, offering incentives for rural postings and medical education and infrastructure. The government is working to boost the number of healthcare professionals in Assam. Okay, so Ziman Kini, even the persons who are basically from the Ayush. যোনে আয়ুৰ্বেদিক পঢ়ে, যোনে হোমিওপ্যাথিক পঢ়ে, তো তেখেতসকলকো আমি ইন্টিগ্ৰেট কৰি পেলাই আমি মোৰ ট্ৰেইনিং দি পেলাই তেখেতসকলক ৰুৰেল পোষ্টিং দি আহিছোঁ, so that they could directly treat the patients which are basically in this particular area who cannot directly come and afford to come directly to the hospitals of the cities and townships. Okay, so Assam has implemented programs to address communicable diseases such as TB control, malaria eradication, HIV/AIDS. A good technique tekhetakole program to launch korise, and this is basically the universal immunization program jitu ami UIP buli ko. So the government has encouraged partnerships with private healthcare providers to improve service delivery and even bridging gaps in healthcare infrastructure. So PPP models, that is the public-private partnerships. So it has been established to healthcare facilities, diagnostic center, and specialized hospital. So therefore, it is to be noted that healthcare is a continuous process, and the government continues to take steps to address new concerns and enhance the general health and well-being of its citizens. So যদি আমি healthcare to improve নকৰো, healthcare to আমি improve কৰি নথওঁ বা healthcare to আমি বেছি গুৰুত্ব নিদিওঁ, then at some point of time, the demographic dividend that what we have today in our country or even our state, which is basically a young population, তো এই population to আমি lose কৰিব পাৰিম। আৰু যদি many populations directly come under the tremendous effect of ill effects, যিখিনি আমাৰ বেমাৰ হ'বলৈ ধৰে যদি এটা আমাৰ young population, then obviously at some point of time we cannot reap the benefits of our demographic dividend at this point of time. So সেইটো কাৰণে আমি এটা প্ৰপাৰ কেয়াৰ ল'ব লাগিব আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে আমি বহুত ইনিচিয়েটিভছ লঞ্চ কৰিব লাগিব, so that যিমানখিনি এক্সপেণ্ডিচাৰ হয় সেইখিনি আমি কাট কৰিব পাৰোঁ, যিমানখিনি আউট অফ দ্য পকেট এক্সপেণ্ডিচাৰ সেইখিনিও আমি কাট কৰিব পাৰোঁ, and they should directly come under the ambit of proper healthcare that we can enhance in our particular state to safeguard our population from any form of diseases or any form of ill effects. Okay, so এইখিনি আছিলে আমাৰ আজি discussion with respect to this 5.3. So we all know that we are dedicatedly going with some of the essay sessions. Please come and watch our videos in our YouTube channel CSAP. Also, we are dedicatedly going with some of our ethics case studies. Okay, ethics case studies আমি discuss কৰি আছো with a period of around 9 to 10 minutes. So আমি short কে videos বিলাকত important points খিনি কৈ আছো, so that will be very much helpful for you in going in for more and more case studies via our channel. Okay, also we are directly going with this particular test series, that is the full length test series from 17th, 18th and 19th June. Okay, this is the timetable of your test series. Okay, it's a full length both in the online and the offline mode, and also for any other queries you can directly come up with us with csap.co.in, or you can contact us by our number 9127515541. Okay, so that is all from today from my side from test 5.3. We'll see you soon with some other video. Thank you and have a great day ahead.